it is.
Welcome back to Hippie Bliss Travel. Today we're continuing on our vacation in California, and we're in Monterey Bay, and we're heading to the Monterey Bay Aquarium. Now, our hotel was on one end of Cannery Row, and so we just had to walk out the door and walk straight down to basically the other side of Cannery Row. So this is just part of the walk between the hotel and the aquarium. It was early in the morning, well, not early in the morning, but right before the aquarium opened. You can buy your tickets online, which we did like the day before. Um, I think you could buy them there. And because once we got inside, there was one line for, if you've got the prepaid tickets, and then there was a second line. So I think you could buy tickets there. We just happened to buy ours online to make sure that we were only going to be in town one day. Wanted to make sure we could go. And it is beautiful in there, and there is so much to see and do. I have so many photos and videos. I just try to put the areas we visited together. So like we're starting here, and the birds that were in here, I think were injured and couldn't be released into the wild. And they had some stingrays, and then so this is kind of what was going on in the water right in front of us, but kind of an interesting way to show it. To show some details. Oh, there's a couple over.
There's 4 down the
Okay. Must be rough to be a bird here.
See how close they let you get.
Uh-huh. You get a better view of them. And there's another one. And throughout the aquarium, they had multiple stations where they had it open like this, where you could reach in and touch and feel like the vegetation that was found in the bay area. And they also had some outdoor area, like this decking area is all outside, but you're still part of the aquarium. Yeah, and it overlooked like a little tide pool area right off the balcony here. And this is simulating, like, I think it was like tidal pool area when the waves come in. And it was timed, like it was every 90 seconds, 2 minutes, you could stand under there and have the big gush of water come over you. It's kind of cool, I have to admit. A little eerie, but kind of cool.
We don't have to come forest or coral reef or rocky substrate. The open sea itself. The open sea is a vast expanse of water that exists miles away from any coastline, and there's nothing but you and the big old blue.
And they would have little shows around the aquarium at certain times, and this one was really cool. Down below was completely packed. They did have like a little balcony area. We found some standing room only kind of area to listen to this. Very educational. And they said they do feed these bigger fish before they let them into this big aquarium for these shows. And at one point you will see there's a school of, I think it's krill, and they're all swarming around each other. And they say they do that for safety because there's thousands of them. After the show, I went and got a close-up picture of the krill. And they said they do that for safety numbers. And they said even though they feed the fish before they're all let into this big deep blue, their version of the deep blue ocean, some of them still do eat a few krill. And yeah, you saw a few on the edge get eaten by some of these bigger fish throughout the presentation. And they had like a sea otter. Oh, there's the krill right now that I was showing you. Yeah, there's a reflection of, unfortunately, of what was behind us. But yeah, that was like a side view of that same big aquarium that we were just looking at. And as you heard in the background, there's a lot of kids there playing. So they had a lot of interactive areas, like for those egg things for kids to climb on and play on. And they had like a kid play area. And this is just walking around the other parts of the aquarium. And they had large animals hanging from the ceiling. So there is a second story to parts of it. So you can get a closer view of the animals that are hanging. Now we were there probably a good 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours. And this is upstairs. It's like a little sardine thing, and that's kind of the ceiling too, so it's really pretty cool to see. And a continuous motion of the sardines. And this was probably the best part, or my favorite part, where you get a lot of the deep ocean things, like with jellyfish, and as you get farther, farther deeper in the ocean, how translucent, how small some of them are. And this was the whole section of the jellyfish.
It is.
Trying to get the phone far enough away. Yeah.
You know? Moon jelly travels across the open sea. The moon jelly is just a passive drifter. It can swim on its own terms. It generally gently pushes to move.
So the island has resilient animals start to disappear. Jelly populations explode in huge numbers.
Guys, I can't see.
And this is another outdoor patio type area, deck area that you're still in the aquarium, but it just overlooks a different side of the bay or the ocean. And this was probably one of my favorite animals of the day. It was like you felt like it was like a dinosaur swimming around in the tank. He was big, he was elusive, but he looked mean, and I wouldn't want to run into him in the ocean. Here's another one. We're gonna go. I forgot about this one. We'll go by that big tent that we forgot I brought this with.
Out here, just in case. So my buddy Mariah is up above with a whole box full, a whole bin full of krill. She's going to spread that over the surface, and that way the smaller fish up there have a chance to be, hopefully without being in danger of becoming
Amazing, George. You just got the chance to see that cloudy food hit the surface. Folks, that pink cloud is a ton of delicious krill. You might have seen quite a few of those smaller fish really dart up there to grab a bite.
No, come on. Yeah, in that last clip, the guy that was talking was actually in a scuba set in the aquarium with the fish. So if you hear that, that's what it was. It was him talking through his scuba set. And these are just random pictures of different aquariums that we went to. There was another, when we first got there, they had a sea lion presentation that was just starting. We got some of that. I think I have the sea lion coming up in here too. And then it was very interesting. They had art made out of garbage found from the oceans, and using the plastics and our waste from the oceans, and they made animals out of some of them. They were very interesting to look at, and the artistic perspective that you got. I mean, our daughter's an artist, so sometimes it's interesting to see her perspective. But this was just all art made from plastics and garbage from the oceans.
There's a big story. I'm Dory. You want to take a picture right here with us?
Sweetie.
I like the green house.
His lower back hurts like every other week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from just holding her on one side. He's like, you're not like.
Dude, it will mess you up. You gotta be like, no, what's wrong? They just keep getting bigger, too.
Yep.
So much.
Like, you would think that because you do it every day, multiple times a day, that it'd be like, okay, I'm getting used to this. And it's like, Homer's back on one side is still.
Well, it's like weightlifting with no crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after the 3-4 hours, we kind of ended with the penguins, and then we'd seen, I think, all the aquarium. We headed to the Salty Seal for some lunch. Sat out on the patio, had a cocktail. Very relaxing. It's actually pretty warm by this time. And yeah, it was a great lunch. Burgers and fries. I had a cider. Yeah, and then after lunch, we went back to the hotel, put our feet up for a little bit, because it was probably close to a mile between the hotel and the aquarium. So after we went to the hotel, actually, there's a picture of our shadow sitting there overlooking the bay here. We had gone to, I don't know if it was north or south of the hotel to get to the aquarium. So then well, what happens if we go the other way from the hotel, walking along the coast? And, another mile and a half or so, here you're looking at the buildings. Yeah, we found a pier coming up here. That's what the building's here for. And so we took a walk up down to the end of the pier. A lot of it was restaurants. And we were going to go out to dinner, but it was still a little early, so we were just enjoyed I don't know what, we were gone an hour and a half or so, and just walked down and enjoyed the view, the quietness, and the pier. Okay, it's Fisherman's Wharf, not the pier. Yeah, and as we walked down, there was a lot of come eat here, but it was like 4:30, so it was a little early for dinner. But as we got down to the end, there was a restaurant we're coming up to, and they had stairs where you could walk up along the roof. Yeah, this restaurant here, you can take the stairs they had a set on the right and the left. And here is the view from the top of the restaurant. And then again, it's like we weren't still ready for dinner, so we walked back to the hotel and then decided where we were going to go to dinner. And we finally settled on a pizza place, and it was not on the Cannery Row or anywhere we had stayed. So it was a little farther walk, but it was Gianni's Pizza. It had excellent reviews and could see why, and actually they were very busy. So you went in and you ordered at the register what that your pizza is, and then they gave you a little number to stick on your table, and then they brought you the pizza. And excellent pizza. We took some back to the hotel and had it for lunch the next day. And here is another view from our hotel after dark. And yes, you can hear the children in the background, sea lions talking to each other. Thank you for watching Hippie Bliss Travel. If you made it to the end, give us a like and a subscribe, and hope to see you next week. Bye.